Alright, what's up guys? Random Monium here. We're going to be watching H2K versus Albus Nox. This is game 3. H2K is up 2-0. Albus Nox has gotten completely destroyed both times. I hope that Albus Nox changes their ban strategy. They've gotten completely destroyed by Odo's Jace twice in a row. So if they don't ban the Jace this time, I think that's a huge mistake. Because, I mean, he's proven that he can solo carry with that champion. So just ban the freaking Jace, Albus Nox. Please ban the Jace. H2K bans out the... Oh god, huge mistake from Albus Nox. Okay, so H2K bans out the Brand, the Poppy, the Jhin. All makes sense. It leaves up so much... Yeah, this is really bad for Albus Nox already. This is already looking really bad. Albus Nox bans out the Nidalee, the Sivir, the Rise. I understand the Nidalee and the Rise. The Sivir, absolutely not. You got to ban out the Jace because he's instantaneously going to pick that up. They've got first pick, and now there's so many other power picks that are available. There's the Lee Sin, there's the Elise, there's Caitlyn, there's Syndra, there's all these champions that that H2K can go for. So yeah, I don't like Albus Nox's ban strategy, and I don't really like their pick strategy so far. Alright, so they lock in the Caitlyn and the Olaf, so they're at least trying to deny the Caitlyn from Forgiven. So that leaves the Lee Sin open for Jankos, who's proven that he's very good at Lee Sin. And then... There's still the Lucian, there's still the Ezreal up for Forgiven. And then there's still a lot of really good mid laners available for H2K. Yep, Zyra, to be expected. Oh, that'd be hilarious if he locked in the Amumu. Okay, sweet. Alright, so they lock in the Lucian, Zyra. That was a good bot lane last time. Oh, I would love it if they locked in the Draven. That'd be hilarious. What are they doing? You've gotten smashed 2 times in a row, Gnar versus Jace. You either ban the freaking Jace or you stop playing the Gnar. Like, I mean, this is kind of, you know what they say the definition of insanity is, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So it seems like Albus Nox has just resigned themselves to their fate that they're going to go out 3-0 to H2K. I mean, it's very obvious that Odo knows how to beat Smurf in this matchup. Why would you keep going into this matchup against H2K? It makes no sense. So whoever the coach is on Albus Nox is making a huge mistake. Like, after the game 1, I would have been banning that freaking Jace pick. So, oh man, this is not going to be good. Alright, here's my prediction. Odo Omne is going to completely destroy Smurf again. Jankos is going to have way more of an impact than PvP Stayhost. Forgiven will outfarm a Miracle. And actually, Ryu on Syndra might actually, you know, destroy Kira on the Zilean, because Zilean is incredibly dependent upon landing your bombs. Zyra is much easier, in my opinion, to land your balls than it is for Zilean to land his bombs. So yeah, this is bad. I feel like these are losing lanes across the board for Albus Nox. Yeah, this is really bad. This is actually so bad that I'm actually like upset about it. Like, I'm actually upset. I'm like, what is their coach thinking? I would love to know what the strategy of Albus Nox is, what their strategy is going into this match. Because it seems like they're just like, nope, we're just going to keep doing the same stuff. Even though H2K is just completely dominating us, we're just going to keep doing the same strategy over and over again and hope that it works this time. And it's just... it's not a high percentage play. Like if you are getting smashed with your primary strategy, you gotta go to a backup strategy. You have to go to something different. You have to do something drastically different. You could have gone for the Kennen. You could have gone for something else. You could have banned the Jace. You could have, I don't know. There's so many things you could have done differently. I don't understand why they keep insisting on these losing matchups. Yep, and now you're gonna give Forgiven a good freeze. This is really smart. Good stun. A little bit late on the Caitlyn Q. What the hell was that? TV Steos just popped his ghost kind of randomly. That might be first blood right there. Yep, solo Q by Ryu. And he knows that he's safe to stay because the Lee Sin had vision on the Olaf. Forgiven has to burn his heal. Good dodge. He's already up 10 CS. That's just... Oh. That's sickening. They're losing top lane, they're losing jungle, they're losing mid lane. They would have burned a summoner spell in bot lane, but even bot lane is not going as well as they would like. But there's very few games where I'll say that the game was lost in pick and ban phase, but I think this might actually be one of them. Yankos is just counter jungling the crap out of Steos. Yep, there's another solo kill. It feels like Albus Nox just given up. Like it really feels like they've given up. Like you don't. They're just not playing smart. So my guess is this game is going to be another 20-minute stomp. I'm actually going to speed this up because there's no point in wasting your guys' time. If this is just going to be another 20-minute stomp, I can comment on any macro plays that they're making. You can see Yankos. He knows that he can just invade no matter what, because Odo is just so far ahead, and he's got the Gnar pushing the turret that even if this actually might be another kill. Good roam here. Yep. So when you're a jungler, when you need to plan your invades, the best time to invade is when your laners on that side of the map. So like if you're invading like top side jungle, if your top laner and your mid laner are pushed up, that allows you to freely invade. And if you run into their jungler and you need assistance, your laners can roam because they won't miss any CS. But if the opposing team's laners roam, then that means that they'll wind up losing that entire wave to the tower. So they're going to be less likely to want to help their jungler. Never invade when your laners are under their tower. That's just a really dumb invade, and that'll just set you up to get killed pretty easily because the enemy laners can just rotate very easily and just kill you in their jungle. So as a jungler, you always be looking at how the waves are positioned. Um, and this is like a common thing that people will like complain about. They'll be like, "Oh, I can't do anything. You know, all my laners have their lanes pushed up." Well, if the lanes are all pushed up, then that means you can go for invades and things like that instead of going for necessarily for ganks. If you're a stronger jungler than your opponent. This is a good play. This is what I wanted them to do in game one. This is what they should have been doing in game one. Like, I called this like way back in game one. I said you set up the bard with the you set up the bard with the magical journey. You run in with the Olaf and the Ragnarok, and you just kill everyone. Yeah, this is exactly what you do. You just instantaneously just run in, and you kill them. Look how easy that is. Even though they're way far behind, that was like super easy. But H2K does the right thing. They counter with a play mid lane, and they're able to get another kill. They've already got first tower gold from top lane. Look at that advantage that Forgiven's already got. I mean, he's got a pretty sizable advantage in a lane that was even, mind you. And then the advantage in the other lanes is even more because they've been so one-sided, H2K. So pretty much Albus Nox is losing every single lane. Oh, look, they're doing it again. My god. They should be able to kill Vander, yeah. So that's 1 for 1. Yep. I mean, I like this more than I liked what Albus Nox was doing earlier in the series, but this is really just kind of a little bit too little too late, right? Like, these plays would have been great game 1 earlier in the game, but when you do it game 3 when you're already down 2 games to 0 and you're already down a couple thousand gold, it's just a little bit too late because H2K is going to be able to rotate faster than you. Like, this is how you snowball the game into your advantage. This isn't how you catch back up. So, I mean, I'm glad that they're making plays, but I just don't understand why they weren't doing this so much earlier in the game. And this is really smart. Now they've got the Jason bot lane, and he can push and get some more towers. And then you just rotate. You just make it a 4-1. You push up mid lane, and then you just go down into their blue side jungle. You clear out the vision in their blue side jungle, and then you just dive bot lane. And then you get bot lane tower, then you get dragon. Yeah, see, look at all that vision that H2K has in blue side jungle. Yeah, that's pretty much the game. They'll get 2 towers off of this, probably. And then also probably a dragon as well. Minor mistake. Oh god. Well, hey, at least Albus Nox is gonna get the dragon. I don't know how I feel about just having the Lucian in bot lane by himself. This is smarter. Now they're getting the vision down. They should be able to get this last tower. Good job by ANX. Now H2K is up 6-1. Oh hey, at least they're going for Rift Herald. Okay, so they give it to Smurf. That'll help a little bit, and they got it at the last possible minute, so that'll probably be active until the end of the game. Now Baron's up. Smurf doesn't have teleport, Odo does. Odo's playing very cautiously. I guess he doesn't have that much vision, so... Go for Baron right now. Go for Baron right now. You can see H2K, the counterplay. So the reason why Albus Nox went for that is because they have the teleport on the Zillion. They were able to collapse and get the kill on Odo, and then they could also teleport. H2K made the right play by going for the Baron as soon as they saw two people going after the Jace. They forced Albus Nox to burn both their teleports. Odo still has his teleport, so he can continue to push bot lane. No one can stop him. And then if they try to stop the Jace, then H2K gets the Baron. And if they don't try to stop the Jace, then the Jace gets an inhib turret. So I'd like to see just a tiny bit of vision. Ooh. Okay. Yep. No deaths, but good plays. Wow. The only reason why he could do that is because he had a GA, right? If you didn't have a GA, you never go for go that deep on a play. I don't want to see any of you Lee Sin mains out there doing crazy stuff like that without a GA. I actually feel like H2K is actually playing this one a little bit too slowly, right? So I feel like game 1 they tried to play too fast and loose. Game 2 was just about right, and then game 3 they're actually playing a little bit too slow. Like they've lost their opportunity, right? They had this huge window where both Smurf and Kira's teleports were down, and they didn't really make a use of that at all. And keep in mind, we're running this at 2 times speed now, and there's been virtually no action for quite a while right now. So this actually favors Albus Nox the longer they are able to stall like this, because the more gold you get, the less a gold advantage means. Like 10k gold is a huge advantage, but if you're able to stall out long enough, you're able to stall until 6 items. That was a good ult to stop the Baron up. But he's still dead. Yep. And you can see Odo's just pushing the whole time right now. Curious that they went for that rather than just going for the Baron. Because they had an advantage, right? It was a 4v5. But if Albus Nox is able to delay long enough, then eventually you get to the point where everybody's at 6 items and the gold advantage doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter if like you have one team that's got 80k and one team's got 70k. So we're getting there. Like H2K's got to push this advantage. They've got to get an inhib. Otherwise, the window will start closing for them, and the scaling from Albus Nox will start to take effect because Caitlyn has a much better late game than Lucian, and Gnar has a better late game than Jace. So I mean, Syndra is still fantastic regardless. Um, I think Syndra probably outscales the Zillion a little bit more, but the Zillion just has so much utility with his ultimate that he can just keep people alive, and the Bard can keep people alive too. So if the later this game goes, it becomes very tricky to kill Albus Nox, right? Because you've got this rampaging Olaf running at your backline who's being sped up with Zillion. And then you've also got Bard ultimates, you've got Zillion ultimates, and then you've got this great zone control from Caitlyn. Yep. So this is exactly what you like to see, right? Is that they know that they're having they might have to trade the Baron. So what do? They stop the Baron, they're able to stop the recalls, and they get an id hit. So that's about as good as Albus Nox could have gotten given the gold deficiency. But you can see that the longer this game goes on, the more scary it becomes for H2K, right? That gold difference means less and less and less the longer this game goes on. So if we get to the 40 or the 50-minute mark, then we start having a serious issue for H2K where it comes down to one or two team fights, and it kind of becomes like a toss up, a coin flip. So that's never good. You never want to be in a coin flip situation, especially when you start off 10,000 gold in the lead. I catch out Yankos a little bit. Oh wow, well done. So they were able to get Ryu, but H2K did a really good job, and I think that actually I think they're gonna go for the game end. I don't know. That's risky. They might be able to do it if. Yep, they're right there. That's what they needed. They needed to land some CC, and that's gonna allow them to win the game. So yeah, H2K wins 3-0. I'd say that game 2 was probably the best game that H2K played. Probably the cleanest game. I think the best game that Albus Nox played was game 3. They definitely showed a lot more life. They were actually willing to trade objectives and go for high risk plays. Practicing the. Okay, that's interesting. Definitely yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, so H2K definitely the better team. Kind of disappointed that Albus Nox didn't show up in the quarterfinals like they did in the group stage. I felt like they played much better in the group stage. But yeah, can't take anything away from H2K. I'm glad that we've got at least one Western team in the semifinals. That said, I definitely worry about them because Samsung's Galaxy looked really good. And H2K definitely looks like they've got some flaws. They've definitely got some things that they need to tighten up before the semifinal match. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content on the channel, please subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave one. I'll be happy to talk with you guys and um, answer any questions that you have. But I hope you all have a great day. This is Randomonium, signing off.